Look at that. Black, greasy, ugly oil stains sitting right on your driveway and garage floor like they own the place. Maybe they've been there for months, maybe years. And every time you pull in or walk past, you think, I have got to do something about that. Well, today is that day. Because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to lift stubborn motor oil, transmission fluid, and old grease stains out of concrete permanently. And I'm going to do it without a single drop of pressure washer water. No renting equipment, no expensive professional cleaners, no backbreaking scrubbing for hours on end. Just cheap, practical chemistry that costs under $7 and works with the porous science of concrete itself to pull that oil up from the inside out. Now, before we go any further, and I say this every single time because it matters, please test any method you see here on a small, hidden area of your concrete first. Different concrete mixes, sealers, and ages react differently. Wear rubber gloves and eye protection throughout this process. And understand that results will vary depending on how old the stain is, how deep it is soaked, and what type of oil or fluid caused it. I'll show you real before and after results today, and I'll be completely honest about what one treatment can do versus what repeated treatments are needed for. That is the kind of real, trustworthy information you are here for. So if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button right now because every week we are breaking down the kind of practical home chemistry that saves you real money. Let's get into it. Why does motor oil stain concrete so deeply and so permanently? To understand why these stains are such a nightmare to remove, you first have to understand what concrete actually is at a microscopic level. Concrete is not a smooth, sealed surface even though it looks like one. It is essentially a rigid sponge. It is packed full of tiny capillary pores, microscopic channels that run deep into the slab. When motor oil, transmission fluid, or grease hits that surface, it does not just sit on top. It begins wicking downward through those pores almost immediately, especially when the oil is warm, like it is when it drips fresh from an engine. Within minutes, oil has already begun migrating several millimeters into the concrete. Within hours, it has gone deeper still. And the longer it sits, the more the lighter, volatile fractions of the oil evaporate off at the surface, leaving behind the heavier, darker, stickier residues that bond to the mineral particles inside the pore structure. That is why old stains look darker and harder to shift than fresh ones. The surface layer of oil has gone. What's left is practically baked-in chemistry at a molecular level inside your concrete. That is the enemy we are fighting today. And knowing that changes everything about our approach. Here is the big myth I want to address directly. A lot of homeowners immediately reach for a pressure washer when they see an oil stain. I understand the instinct. High pressure water sounds like it should blast anything clean. And for surface dirt, mud, and grime, yes, a pressure washer is fantastic. But for oil that is soaked deep into porous concrete, a pressure washer alone is often completely useless for the stain itself. Here is why. Water and oil do not mix. Forcing pressurized water at an oil-saturated surface just drives the water around the oil. It cleans the loose surface dirt, yes. It might lighten the look of the stain temporarily because the concrete surrounding it is now wet and darker. But the moment everything dries, that oil stain reappears, sometimes looking just as dark as before. What you actually need is not force. What you need is chemistry. You need absorbents that pull oil up out of the pores. You need surfactants and degreasers that break the molecular bond between the oil and the concrete mineral particles. And you need dwell time, which is the single most important factor that most people skip entirely. Pressure alone cannot do any of those three things. Chemistry can, and that is exactly what we are using today. Here is your complete shopping list, and I promise you every single item on here is cheap, easy to find, and probably already in your home or garage. First, cat litter. Standard clay-based cat litter, not the clumping silica kind. You want the cheap, plain clay-based variety, and a big bag costs about $1.50 at most discount stores. Second, baking soda. Plain bicarbonate of soda. You've got this in your kitchen right now. Third, dish soap. Regular grease-cutting dish soap like the kind you wash your plates with. The cheap store brand is absolutely fine. Fourth, washing soda, also called soda ash or sodium carbonate. This is different from baking soda. It is significantly more alkaline and far more powerful as a degreaser. You'll find it in the laundry aisle for about $1 to $2. Fifth, a stiff bristled brush or a push broom with firm plastic bristles. Not a wire brush. Wire can scratch and damage concrete surfaces. Sixth, a bucket and some warm water. Seventh, old towels or paper towels for blotting fresh stains. That is it. Everything together costs you $5 to $7 maximum. Now let's talk safety before we touch anything. Before you start, put on your rubber gloves. This is non-negotiable. Old motor oil and transmission fluid contain polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, compounds classified as potential carcinogens with repeated skin contact. Wear them. Also wear safety glasses or goggles, especially during the scrubbing phase when particles can fly. If you are working in a closed garage, open the doors wide. Ventilation matters. Avoid washing large quantities of oil-contaminated rinse water directly into storm drains. Oil and water runoff can affect local waterways. Absorb as much as you can first, dispose of contaminated absorbent material in a sealed bag in your regular household waste, and keep rinse water to a minimum. Now, before you begin, assess your stain. Is it fresh, meaning hours or days old, or is it an old set-in stain that has been there for months or years? The process starts the same way for both, but the expectations and repeat treatment plan differ. Fresh stains respond dramatically to a single treatment. Old deep stains will show real improvement, but may need 2, 3, or even 4 rounds of treatment, spaced a few days apart to get the full result. That is not a failure. That is just chemistry working at the pace the stain went in. Okay, let's do this. For fresh stains, meaning anything less than 24 to 48 hours old, start by blotting immediately. Grab old towels, rags, or folded paper towels, and press them firmly onto the oil. Do not wipe or scrub. You will spread the stain. Press, lift. Pull as much free oil off the surface as possible before it wicks deeper. Once you have blotted up the excess, generously pour clay cat litter directly onto the stained area. Cover it completely, and then some. Now, using your foot or a piece of scrap wood, crush and grind the cat litter into the surface. You want to work it. The clay particles are highly porous, and they are going to act like tiny sponges, drawing the remaining free oil up out of the concrete pores through capillary action. Leave that sitting for a minimum of 30 minutes. For heavier fresh spill, leave it for 2 hours or even overnight. When the dwell time is done, sweep up the cat litter and dispose of it in a sealed bag. You will likely see it has turned dark and greasy. That oil came out of your concrete and into the clay. That is the chemistry working exactly as it should. Now, for both fresh and old stains, we move into the active cleaning phase. Mix your cleaning solution in a bucket. Use 1 liter of warm water, 2 generous tablespoons of washing soda, and a good squeeze of dish soap. Stir it until the washing soda fully dissolves. The washing soda is your heavy lifter here. Sodium carbonate is a highly alkaline compound with a pH of around 11. Oil and grease are organic substances, and they are chemically broken down by alkaline solutions through a process called saponification. Essentially, the alkali converts the fatty acid chains in the oil into soap-like compounds that can then be lifted and rinsed away. The dish soap adds surfactant action. Surfactant molecules have one end that bonds to oil and one end that bonds to water, allowing oil to be suspended and washed away in a water rinse. Together, these 2 ingredients attack the oil from 2 different chemical angles simultaneously. Pour your solution generously onto the stained area. Make sure the entire stain is saturated. Do not be shy with it. Now, and this is crucial, let it dwell for a minimum of 15 minutes. 20 minutes is better. For old stains, go 30 minutes. This is where most people rush and ruin the result. The dwell time is when the chemistry is actually working. It needs time to penetrate the pores, contact the bound oil molecules, and begin the saponification process. If you scrub immediately after pouring, you interrupt that process. So set a timer and walk away. After the dwell, come back with your stiff bristled brush. Using firm, circular scrubbing motions, work the solution into and around the stain. You are agitating the emulsified oil mixture, helping break up the residue and work the surfactant solution deeper into the pores. Scrub for 2 to 3 solid minutes on each section of the stain. Once scrubbed, rinse with clean water from a hose or a bucket. No pressure washer needed. Just normal garden hose pressure or pour and sweep is fine. Rinse thoroughly and then let the surface dry completely. Drying takes at least a few hours in good weather. In cool or damp conditions, give it a full day. Only once fully dry can you properly assess the result. Now, for very old, deeply set stains, I want to show you one additional method that takes the treatment to the next level. After your first washing soda treatment has dried, come back and apply a thick paste directly to the stained area. Mix baking soda with just enough dish soap to form a thick paste, roughly 2 parts baking soda to 1 part dish soap. Spread this paste over the entire remaining stain in a layer about 5 to 6 millimeters thick. Now here is the key move. Leave it. Leave it for 8 hours minimum. Overnight is ideal. What is happening during those hours is a slow, sustained poultice action. The baking soda paste is drawing residual oil up and out of the concrete pores through absorption, while the dish soap continues its surfactant work on the oil molecules it contacts. This is exactly the principle used in professional concrete poultice treatments that cost hundreds of dollars. We are doing the same thing with $3 supermarket ingredients. After the dwell time, scrub the paste with your firm brush, adding a splash of warm water to reactivate it, then rinse clean and allow to dry fully. For stains that have been there a year or more, you may see 50 to 70% reduction in darkness after the first full treatment cycle. A second treatment a few days later, once the concrete has fully dried and you can see what remains, will take you further still. In some cases, 3 complete cycles over a week or 10 days will reduce even badly aged stains to near invisible. I will not promise total invisibility on every stain because I will always give you honesty over hype on this channel. But the visible before and after results you're seeing right now in this video. That is what these methods achieve on real driveways with real stains. That is not editing, that is chemistry. Once you have achieved your clean result, it's time to talk about keeping it that way. The single best thing you can do is act fast on any new spill. The moment you see a new oil drip or leak, baking soda, cat litter, old towels, absorb it immediately before it can wick into the pores. That first 30 minutes after a spill determines whether you have a 5-minute cleanup or a week-long treatment project. Second, consider placing absorbent garage floor mats or drip trays under your vehicles, especially older cars that are prone to minor leaks. These are cheap, washable, and save you enormous cleaning effort. Third, if you want long-term protection for your concrete, consider applying a penetrating concrete sealer after your cleaning work is done and the surface is fully dry. A sealed concrete surface dramatically reduces oil absorption because the sealer fills those capillary pores with a water and oil repellent compound. Cleaning future spills off a sealed surface becomes as easy as wiping up a countertop. A quality penetrating sealer costs $10 to $20 and lasts several years. It is one of the best investments you can make in your driveway and garage floor. And fourth, never pour used engine oil, transmission fluid, or other automotive fluids onto your driveway surface for disposal. Take used oil to your local recycling facility or auto shop. It's better for your concrete and much better for the environment. Here is your complete summary before you go and get started. Blot fresh stains immediately, never scrub. Apply clay cat litter to absorb free oil, crush it in, leave it for 30 minutes minimum, sweep, and dispose. Mix washing soda, dish soap, and warm water. Saturate the stain fully and let it dwell for 20 to 30 minutes. Do not skip this step. Scrub firmly with a stiff brush in circular motions. Rinse and allow to fully dry before assessing. For old stains, follow with an overnight baking soda and dish soap paste poultice. Repeat the full cycle as needed with a few days between treatments. Seal your concrete afterwards for long-term protection. That is it. Under $7. No pressure washer. No professional. Just the chemistry your concrete has been waiting for. If this video helped you, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who are stuck looking at ugly oil stains and thinking they need to spend a fortune to fix it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because every week we are putting out exactly this kind of practical, trustworthy home chemistry content that saves you real money and real time. Drop a comment below and tell me how old your stain is. I read every single one and I will tell you exactly which treatment plan to follow. And if you want to go deeper, check out the video right here where we tackle rust stains on concrete using the exact same budget chemistry approach. I'll see you in the next one.